Good morning, I'm Kenzie and welcome to Dragontrek. I'm hiking for the first time in almost 2 weeks. I got off trail on Monday, today is Saturday. I'm slack packing to try things out. There's still pain in my herniated disc if I do something stupid like coughing. That will sometimes set it off. Today will be 7 miles. I'm hiking in New Jersey. I just started walking on a blue blaze from the Wawayanda State Park office back to the AT. Then there's 0.2 miles to where I got off trail, or the furthest part south on this section that I hike, since I'm hiking southbound today. And yeah, so that the 0.2 mile section between this blue blaze and the blue blaze to the shelter, this will be hang on, no, I went to get water, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th time I'm hiking that 0.2 mile between this blue blaze and the blue blaze to the shelter. I hope it's the last time. I started hiking at 8:43. There were 6 hikers in the bunk room at Lost and Found, where I spent the past 2 weeks. It's an awesome hostel. Today is the first day I'm hiking in my new shoes. Woohoo! Ultra Lone Peak 7. They feel fine so far. And you know, I'm only slack packing it, and I can feel the pack on my back, not heavy enough that it feels like it's impeding me in any way. Now we're at the blue blaze to the shelter. We have a fallen log here that's fortunately just at the side of the trail. And the first white blaze on the trail I haven't hiked south of. There's a little more vegetation. It's fairly flattish, but it's a lot of rocks. It's not, you don't have to think about where you put your feet kind of hiking. You have to think about where you put your feet to do this right. And then the ground became rockier. Parts of the AT is walking only. This section is not one of those. I just met a guy on a bike, and I would not want to bike here. The turns are tight in places. It's rocky, it's narrow. It's not an ideal place to ride your bike, but apparently you can if you want to. The road branches off. There are 2 possible directions. Fortunately, there's a white blaze there, and that tells me I'm supposed to go in this direction. However, the trail soon branches again, and the white blaze is in the middle. There are no white blazes over here, and there are no white blazes over here. And the 2 trails go in different directions. Could you have marked it a little better, please? As it turns out, it didn't matter. It looked like they were going in 2 different directions, but like 10 yards down the trail, they merged. It's all going in one direction, and there's a white blaze. So I'm assuming you could have taken either one. It's 10:15. I've had my first break. It's 5.1 miles left to go, depending on where I'm sitting. Getting back up can be an issue, but mostly I've had no problems with my back. I forgot to put the lidocaine patch on. River, some tiny waterfalls upriver. Here we have about half the bridge. Shears the river, downriver. My first bear encounter. It's a baby bear. I have a mama bear somewhere around there. Fortunately, that seems to scare them off, and I'm walking away from her cubs. So I hope everything is hunky-dory. There she is. Here I am hiking along like normal, and then I look to the left and I see this mailbox. Apparently the Pinwheel Vista logbook is in there. And maybe I can see something beyond the trees there. Let's go look. I definitely see something beyond the trees, but it's blue, so it could be sky. Not sure what it is, but it's there. More important than that, I had my first bear encounter ever on the Appalachian Trail. It's just awesome. Safety was more important to me, so I went when I discovered Mama Bear. I made sure she ran away by making noises and looking bigger than I am before I continued recording or trying to put the cubs or their mother on camera. And I scared her away twice. That was just awesome, having that opportunity to finally see a bear in the wild. Views downhill rather than out. Looks pretty good. I don't know how good it will be to hike it, but I guess we'll see. The steep part was all rock stairs down. Most of them were of a reasonable height, at least for going down. Going up may be a different issue, because what feels reasonable going down may not feel reasonable going up. After that, it's been pretty rocky, as you can see, and not as pleasant as the rock staircase. What the trail looks like right now, much nicer. And these are the views. You basically come down from that, I'm assuming. I like that flower. That is so nice. So, no parking, temporary police order. Hikers, do not approach the camels. Back in the forest, it's 12:30. I have 2.1 miles to go. So, with that sort of pace, today will be shorter time-wise than the 7 hours I anticipated. Depending on what the terrain is, we'll see exactly how much shorter. From what I understand, 0.9 miles will be a boardwalk, so that should go pretty quick. I am happy that there is a bridge over this water source. Fording it would not be possible. I would have liked if there was an additional step so that you got up with 2 steps to the bridge instead of just one huge one. Bicycles prohibited on Appalachian Trail. Users of Appalachian Trails are to park bicycles in designated area and walk path to trail. That wasn't what the guy on the bike I met earlier today did, but maybe the rules were different there. The bags are atrocious. They're all over the place, but still need to record. If you hear that rhythmic sound in the background, that's my pain medication, and it's pill bottle in my fanny pack. That, depending on how I move, makes a rhythmic sound. And for a while now, I've been having Lindsey Sterling's latest YouTube short music stuck on my brain because it's shown up repeatedly in my YouTube short feed, and I've been watching that more since I haven't been hiking for 12 days. Could we assume that this is boardwalk? Here we go up to the bridge. And here we have the bridge itself. Upstream, downstream, bridge. Still on the Appalachian Trail. Downstairs. Some views from the boardwalk. The grass is pretty tall here. There's a lot of cars parked here. You're continuing south that way. There's a lot of cars parked over there too. Map of the Appalachian Trail with the big "You are here" dot for northern New Jersey, and some facts about the Appalachian Trail. It's 2,192.0 miles long. Not sure if that's current for this year or if that's for an earlier year, but it still goes through 14 states, and it has an approximate gain and loss in elevation of 464,500 feet, and it has about 3 million visitors each year. It's over 140 kilometers in elevation change.
Hi, this is Ed in Kansas. Unfortunately, I forgot to shoot an ending of today's hike. So keep on checking.